What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reacting to the Infinity Saga official San Diego Comic-Con 2019 trailer. So as y'all know, the Infinity Saga, all the movies, all 22 of the movies, I think, 22. All 22 movies are going to be in that. Just one thing. To watch all the movies. And they'll be dropping, I think, in the holidays, around the holidays. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I might get it. It depends on how much it is. But I might get it. I don't know. I have to see how much it is. But we're going to be reacting to this. I'll leave the full video in the link in the description down below so you guys can watch the full video without me reacting to it. So let's get started.
Let's track this from the beginning. We start with something pure. Something exciting. Then, deal with something new. Yeah. Told you. Okay so far? You like it? I'm feeling it. Yeah. Why stop there? This is it.
Y'all been
This is the path I started us on. Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. What a sweet-ass ride it's been. Epic forces of darkness and light. What a world. Universe now.
I have to get this. I need to see how much this is. I have to get this. It's crazy because I've been watching these movies for years, since I was a little kid. Since I was freaking 8 years old. And now I'm 19 now, and I've been watching these movies for years. For years. I remember in 2008 going to go see the first Iron Man movie. Like that was just like the funnest stuff. It was amazing. The first Iron Man, and then we get to Endgame, and we just see all these characters that we love. Just we have to let them go now, because we're in a new phase of the MCU. We're now phase 4. I remember in phase 1 when we had the first Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Captain America. Like, all those movies, just building up to this last big Avengers movie with everybody beside one another, everybody just with a team. Endgame had some freaking memories that I will never forget. Like, oh my lord. Every time I watch Endgame, it's like it puts me in tears every time because you look at it and because you know RDJ and Chris Evans are gone now. And when you look at the movie, you're like, damn, they're really gone. Like, even when Black Widow comes out, even if Iron Man is gonna be in Black Widow, even if he's gonna be in that movie, when those two are on that screen together, that's gonna be a freaking tearful moment. When those two are on that screen together and they have that moment where they're talking to each other, whatever happens in that movie, if he's even in it, whatever happens between them two, everybody in that theater is gonna be in tears, especially me, because now that I look back at Endgame and you see Natasha's sacrificing herself, Tony sacrificing himself to snap Thanos away so he won't hurt anyone else. Like, Iron Man was the first ever Marvel character that I grew up with. Cause before the MCU even started, my dad showed me a lot of Iron Man comics. That was like the only comics that I read. Then I started reading all the comics now. Like now I read all the comics. Like I go back and read all the comics that I have never read before. Cause I never read all of the comics. So I go back and just read them. And it's crazy how they could take these comic book characters and bring them to a movie. And then the first Avengers movie, just all of them in that circle, that was the most powerful moment that I will never forget. This was 7 years ago. That happened 7 years ago. That's crazy. How that I was 12 when that movie came out. I'm freaking 19 now, and these movies have meant so much to me. Like every time we get a new movie, the stories mean so much to me because we've been watching these movies for years. Like with Infinity War, that movie was the most funnest movie I've ever watched. All the fight scenes, the fastest I've seen Cap run. This man came out of the shadows, just all savage-like. Cause, bro, that this has been freaking the most. The MCU will forever be in my life, forever, forever. And when I have kids one day, they're gonna sit down and we're all just gonna just binge watch all the movies, even the movies from Phase 4, all the new phases that's coming up. And I don't care however long we have to wait for an Avengers movie, I'm still gonna watch the movies. I don't care what people are saying that they're not gonna watch the new movies that's gonna be out next phase. I don't care. I'm gonna watch all the stuff in the next phase, even on the Disney Plus series. I'm watching everything in Phase 4. I don't. It's like I know it's gonna be like, cause Spidey is gone now, so it's gonna be like a hole, an empty hole, because he's gone. Spidey, for all I know, Spidey could have been in one of the movies in Phase 4 or Phase 5. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen now because he got exposed in Far From Home. Sorry, if you haven't seen Far From Home, y'all need to see. This is the thing. When Endgame had came out, it was this interview that Tom Holland did. And everybody just got on him because he spoiled something from Endgame because they haven't seen it yet. This is the thing. If you don't want to get spoiled and you hadn't seen the movie like freaking 3 or 4 months after that movie even came out, and everybody else already saw it like when it came out, that's your fault. That's your problem. You should, if you want to go see the movie, you go see the movie when it comes out or the week that it comes out. You don't wait freaking 2 to 3 months after it comes out. You don't get mad at somebody because they spoiled the movie. Because you remember, the Russo brothers said, Monday we can spoil anything we wanted. Remember that? Yeah. And they're getting mad because they haven't seen the movie. And something was getting spoiled for them because they waited freaking 3 to 4 months later to go see the movie. Like, what kind of stuff is that? Because, look, if y'all don't see these, if y'all haven't seen these movies, y'all missing out. If you haven't seen one single Marvel movie, I suggest you watch Iron Man 1. Just sit down and watch Iron Man 1. That movie is good. I'm telling you. Just sit. If you got family and y'all haven't seen any of the Marvel movies, y'all just sit and watch Iron Man 1. And you'll be like, okay, this is kind of good. This is good. Because my personal favorite out of all of them is the Winter Soldier. Because of that, the freaking music in it. And then, I'll have to say the Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Civil War, then Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok, Endgame, Far From Home, Homecoming, Black Panther, both Guardians, Doctor Strange. All of these movies are my favorite. I can't say specific ones are my favorite because I watched all of them. All of them are my favorite. I can't say the specific one is my favorite. But Winter Soldier was that movie that I really, really liked. And like when the MCU was still starting out, like after Thor: The Dark World came out, and then Winter Soldier came out, I went to go see Winter Soldier with my dad in the movie theaters for the first time when it first came out. We saw it the first day it came out. I'm sitting there, Cap just bodying people, just bodying them. And I'm like, oh my lord, this is so freaking good. And then, like I think it was like, I don't remember when the Russo brothers were announced to direct the movie. Because when I said they were going to direct them, I was like, yes, that's what I need. The Russo brothers, they did a good job in Winter Soldier and Civil War and Infinity War. All these Marvel movies that they directed, absolutely amazing. Endgame, if you haven't seen Endgame, I suggest you sit in a room with no TV on. You think to yourself why you didn't see the movie, and why you're getting mad because somebody spoiled something for you. That 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 movie that came out on that month. It came out in April, and people wanted to see it like 3 months after the movie came out. Like, what type of stuff is that? If you're a true Marvel fan, you will be in that theater sitting there watching the movie. That just doesn't make no sense. I mean, I get why some people, because some people waited till the movie came out on DVD and Blu-ray and digital. But I saw it. I I had fun when I went to go see Endgame. When I went to go see Endgame, I saw it with some of my friends because we all love Marvel, and I got to experience that with some of my best friends that I've known for a while. And it was you need to have friends that love the same thing that you do so you can enjoy it. Enjoy it. Have friends that love the same thing that you do. If you both love the same thing, you can talk about those things forever. But it's like You can't get mad because you didn't see a movie that came out literally on the day it came out. You can't wait to see a movie 3 months after the movie launch and everybody already spoiling the movie. Can't do that. You have to see the movie when it comes out. Because when I went to go see it with my friends, we saw it on the week it came out. I think we saw it on a Sunday. We saw it on a Sunday. We saw it on that week it came out. And people, I think it was like an interview Tom had there for Far From Home, I think it was. And he started saying something from the movie, one part where they said when Iron Man died, and everybody just got pissed. I'm like, so okay, that's y'all fault because y'all didn't see the movie, and y'all waiting like 3 months after the movie even comes out to go see the movie, and the people already spoiling it, and they're getting mad at one person because they're spoiling that movie. It's not just that one person. Everybody literally spoiled that movie before after everybody went to go see that movie. I even saw it 2 times. Even now, this is probably like my 30th time seeing Endgame. Because that movie is just amazing. Cap holding Mjolnir. Freaking, Pepper. Pepper and Tony. Scarlet Witch almost about to kill Thanos. Freaking Captain Marvel versus Thanos. All those moments between these characters was just so good. It didn't even feel like 3 hours. When you just sitting there, you just into the story. It don't even feel like 3 hours. You have all these characters, all these moments, like with Tony and his dad, Steve with Peggy. Like, don't you have a lot of tearful moments? Like when you're watching it at the beginning, Clint Barton's the family gets snapped. It's like some scenes when you're watching it, some scenes are funny, and then it goes straight into a sad scene. Then it goes straight to a funny scene, then to a sad scene. That movie will have you in all types of emotions. I'm telling you right now, if you don't see this movie, you will not know what I'm talking about. If you're sitting there and you're watching this video and you haven't seen Endgame and you haven't seen any of these movies and you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you sit down in a room, whether you're with family, friends, just watch the first Iron Man. Just watch at least the first Iron Man, and you'll like it. I'm telling you, you'll like it. It's so many things in these movies that you haven't seen. Like Thanos. Thanos been around for years. Just not the first time he hasn't been around for just these 2 years. He's been around for 7 years. Since the first Avengers movie. For 7 years. He's been around. He was in the first Avengers movie. He was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He was in Age of Ultron in the post credit scene. Like, you have to pay attention to some of these. Like, if you don't know what the Soul Stones, you don't know when you with your friends and they know what everything about Marvel, and you're the only one that don't know what they're talking about. You be like, what's Soul Stone? Soul Stones are what Thanos had to have on his gauntlet to snap. He basically committed genocide. So all I'm saying is, if you haven't seen these movies, you're missing out. Cause I'm just thinking back to 2015 when we all found out that Spider-Man was coming to the MCU, and we all just was hyped, man. And then when he first showed up in Civil War, everybody got up their seats and just screamed. That was just memorable moments in that movie, in every movie. But the most memorable moments I will have is from Endgame. Because It was an end of an era. It's an end of a phase, an end of the Infinity Saga, as it says right there on the screen. It's an end of the OG Avengers. Now we have to find new ones. We have to have we have like if you haven't read the comics, you won't know what I'm talking about. But all I'm saying is just watch them. Just watch them. If you have time and you don't do anything and you have a weekend to yourself and you have some days off of school, just take those days off and just watch the movies. They're good. I'm telling you. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Holla at your boy. Deuces.